My name is David Melson. I've been here at Grace for quite a long time, and I accepted Jesus in November of 1968 before I went in the military. The preacher was preaching. He had a revival, a kind of a dramatic preacher, and he's preaching Revelation, talked about the first service and second coming of Christ, and then that evening I went back and he preached on hell. I never heard hell preached like that. I'll be honest with you, I knew there was a heaven and a hell just like everybody else. I believe that that's put in people's hearts, that there's a heaven and a hell. But I needed the life-saver, and that was Jesus Christ. I don't want to see anybody go to hell, and so every chance I get, I try to work a conversation. There's always opportunities to share if you're looking for them. A guy at a gym once said, "You Christians, you're always trying to push your religion on people." I said, "Well, look at this. If you're driving down the road and there's road construction, isn't it? And there's a hole in the ground, isn't it really nice that you have signs and warning things?" He said, "Well, yeah, that's all we do. We're just warning you what lies ahead if you die without Christ." He said, "Oh, well, that makes sense." One of the ways I like to use as a starter is I go to the Kroger store and people will see my hat, and I wear it on purpose because people will come up, especially around Veterans Day, and they'll say, "Well, thank you for your service." And I say, "Thank you for your support." And I say, "Oh, by the way, I'd like to invite you out to our church, Grace Community Church, and here's an invite card. It's got the times on here, and here's a gospel tract right here." And I make sure, I said it's kind of humorous. But you find out that when you do this, that you're just like the rest of us, but read the back. I went to the gym the other day, and there's two guys, said, "Thank you for your service." And this guy, he'd done about 2 tours in Afghanistan, and another guy got run over by a Jeep. But I had a chance to give him a card and give him a gospel tract. A study was done, and it said that only 3% of professing Christians share their faith. Charles Spurgeon said, "If you're not concerned about the lost, you're not saved." When we share our faith, you know what we're doing? We're just telling them what God said. We are out to see people get saved so they don't go to hell. Because once they're there, when they close their eyes for the last time, they'll be standing for an almighty God, and that's where they'll be. And never a chance to get out. If people look for opportunities, they are there. This is really who I am.